In June 2003, 7 adults and 4 children moved from Augusta, Georgia, to plant the Vineyard Church of Savannah. Prior to that, Kent was the youth pastor at the Vineyard Church of Augusta, and Frank was interning with the worship pastor while he finished his military enlistment. They left everything that was familiar, all the plans they'd made, risking all of it for a city none of them knew. What an adventure. The beginnings were humble, to say the least. Our first meeting was in the house Kent and Jana were renting in Georgetown. All the kids were sick. Kent and Frank already hated their jobs. Money was tight. It was hot. Worship was Frank and a guitar. All in all, less than encouraging. It didn't take long before we figured out that we had to have another location to meet on Sunday mornings. So we moved to the community room in the apartment complex where Frank and Hannah lived. We were there for a couple of weeks, then moved back to Kent and Jana's house. Joe and Katie DiPlacido showed up a couple of weeks later, our first new members. A couple months later, an opportunity arose to move our Sunday service to the dance room at the YMCA on, of all places, Mercy Boulevard. Things started to grow slowly but surely. Before long, we had a worship team, Frank, Jana, and Joe DiPlacido. We grew from 13 to 20, then 20 to 30. At 1 year, we were a church of around 40 on any given Sunday. At 2 years, we were running 2 services every Sunday with a full worship band. Renee and Jim Johnson came along during this period. Renee is now our kids' church director, and Jim, well, he's just Jim. But if we're eating, chances are Jim cooked it for us. We continued to reach out to our community in as many ways as we could think of. Giving out water, community cookouts, or ministry with the poor, it's still at the center of who we are. In November of 2005, the Youth Activity Center became available at the YMCA on Habersham Street. Memorial Baptist Church graciously offered to let us rent office and kids' church space from them. Presto, instant church. Attendance doubled almost overnight. From the time we moved in, the YMCA started adding a second half onto the youth center, which they finished in March of this year. We're now a church of between 100 and 130 on any given Sunday, and we're growing fast. Through all the changes and the uncertainty, a few things have remained constant. We love God with our lives and with our worship. Everything we do is motivated by His saving love for us. We love others by living in loving community and by focusing our hearts, our church, our calendar, and our checkbook on the poor and the lost. We love our city and desire nothing more than to see God move powerfully in it. This church is here for the long haul. We enjoy life by living it, this amazing gift of God, to the fullest. We laugh together, we eat together, we praise God for His providence and provision. We think that loving God and loving others doesn't have to be creepy and boring. We are a creation of our merciful, awesome, powerful, personal God. We reflect His diversity and His unity. This is who we are.